stage to introduce to you a few members of our killer whale family as they show off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's presentation, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help strengthen social bonds and allow them to problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name, Sinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. These 5 killer whales have their own unique and personal names. 2 are Kayuket, and joining us out front are Takara and her 2 daughters, Sakari and Kamea. Kamea is our youngest whale at just 10 years old. Takara is our oldest whale at 32 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us at the slide house today are trainers Casey, Kylan, and Jacob to help demonstrate some of these behaviors. One of the very first behaviors we train the whales is what's called a fluke present, and that's where the whales will present their tail flukes to the trainer. In this position, we get a great look at their entire underside of their bodies. But we also have access to the easy to shallow veins that are located on the underside of their tail flukes. At least once a month, our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these very veins, and the whales are conditioned to stay calm throughout the entire procedure, just as Kamea is demonstrating with Danny right now. Throughout today's presentation, you may notice the trainers giving back rubs, tail massages, or even pectoral flipper massages. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of many ways that we can strengthen our relationships with the whales. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each animal weighs. So once a week, we ask our whales to slide out onto a killer whale size scale, located in one of our adjacent back pools. While they're in this slide out position, you'll see from their dorsal fin all the way down to their tail flukes is still in the water. This region of their body is called the peduncle, and it's packed full of powerful muscles that can weigh several hundred pounds. So in order to record an accurate weight, we'll simply ask the whales to lift their heads and tails up and out of the water, just as Takara is demonstrating right now. And this is how we know as of Tuesday morning, Takara is weighing in at over 4,600 pounds. It's important to know the weights of our animals to ensure our younger whales, like Sakari and Kamea, are growing appropriately, and our more mature whales, like Takara here, are maintaining a healthy weight. All of these husbandry behaviors help us to ensure the whales are both healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. For the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment that they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching their mothers or other members of their pod by mimicking their movements. Here at SeaWorld, they mimic us, kind of like a game of follow the leader. So down the glass with our new friend Joel, give Kamea a big wave hello. And check it out, she's landing right at you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight, both above and below the water. And we'll often see our whales spy hopping or jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. So they're gonna ask Kamea for a behavior called a sighting bow. And it looks like she saw that hand signal. Awesome job, Joel. So she's diving down to the bottom of this 40-foot habitat to jump up and out of the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kamea. That was incredible. Now we're on the other side of the stadium with our other friend Oscar, and he's hanging out with our matriarch Takara. We're gonna learn more about how killer whales communicate. Killer whales communicate in a variety of different ways, and one of those ways is through the use of vocalizations. So go ahead and ask for one of those vocalizations now. That was beautiful, Takara! Did you know that scientists believe when a whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, it's a way of making their presence known? You see, sound travels 4.5 times faster in the water than it does through air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, that's called a breach, and it can be heard for miles around. So Takara is using those powerful tail flukes to propel herself through the water. And let's listen to what a breach would sound like. That was incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our audience volunteers and their wonderful help today. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the animals in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to gain out in the open ocean. Some information can only be gathered through field observation. And that's why SeaWorld partners with organizations like the Norwegian Orca Survey to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create ways to hunt, use fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's the thrill of the hunt. They can eat over 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, that prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
so much mystery.